Welcome back to Living Local. It is time to check in with Movie Mike. Of course,
I'm here.
He is the arts editor for the River Cities Reader. Thank you for joining us again.
A pleasure as always.
It's like a weekly thing.
Yeah, exactly.
We should keep.
I'll start putting this on my calendar.
Yeah,
Thursday, right?
Yeah, at this time.
Knew I had something to do today. Okay.
Now, you had a fun weekend.
I did.
You saw a really good movie.
I saw a fantastic movie.
A Haunting in Venice.
A Haunting in Venice. Absolutely. This is the latest Kenneth Branagh version of an Agatha Christie, in which he plays famed Belgian sleuth Hercule Poirot. In this one, the year is 1947, and Mr. Poirot is retired, actually. And but he gets lured back into mystery service when an American writer played by Tina Fey shows up at his house and says, "You have to come with me to investigate a séance because we have a feeling that the medium in charge of it is phony and is kind of leading people astray and taking their money." The medium played by Oscar winner Michelle Yeoh, no less. So Poirot does go to the palazzo and pretty quickly realizes that the medium is fake and proves that she's fake. And but right after that, a dead body shows up, and there's a room full of suspects, and there are kind of elements of the supernatural, and things, as you can see, start blowing up and crashing. And it is about as much fun as I've had at the movies all year. Kenneth Branagh, of course, has also made Murder on the Orient Express and Death on the Nile, two Agatha Christie's that have been filmed before. And this is his first one where he's actually taking material that people aren't acquainted with, and turning a mystery into that. So it has more originality than usual. It's creepier. It's classier, I would argue. It's really, really well acted. It basically solves all of the problems from his first two movies in terms of it's overscaled and there are too many big Hollywood stars in them. And this one just gets back to basics, and it's just a good old-fashioned Agatha Christie thriller. I loved it. I had a ball.
Yeah.
I know our friend Tristan loved it too.
Oh, he had
brought his daughter
great time.
And had a great time. It's so much fun. Yes, incredibly well acted and smartly plotted. And I was proud of myself because I got the mystery, I guessed half right. So that's something.
Hey, that's something
close
out there for sure. So now this week, you're excited for one. The other one, you're like, it's kind of the same thing. The Expendables, how you feeling about that one?
The Expendables, I'm dreading a little bit, just because I've seen the other three, and one of them isn't bad, and the other two are. If you remember back in 2010, Mr. Sylvester Stallone and Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger got together to form a team of mercenaries that were going to hop the globe and basically save us from all sorts of 80s threats like floppy disks and things like that. And then it became a hit, The Expendables. In 2012, we had a sequel. In 2014, we had yet another sequel. And it kept amassing movie stars. We eventually got Bruce Willis involved, and Mel Gibson, and Harrison Ford, and Antonio Banderas. It was a lot of seniors doing a lot of action flick stuff. We now have a new one. All I know about the plot of this one is that the mercenaries are at it again, trying to stop someone from stealing nuclear warheads. That's the extent of your synopsis today. But it does bring back Jason Statham into the mix. Sylvester Stallone is back for reasons passing understanding. He's still there. We have 80s mainstay Dolph Lundgren. We also have Megan Fox. We have 50 Cent. We have Tony Jaa. We have some young people as well. But it is an aging franchise, and they are shedding their movie stars like crazy. There's no more Schwarzenegger. There's no Mel Gibson. There's no Harrison Ford. It's going to be Statham or bust for most of it.
But they have Sylvester Stallone.
But they do have Sylvester Stallone.
That's all that matters.
Still at it after all these years.
It's kind of weird, Rocky coming out of just, now he's back
or Rambo, or any one of the ones he's played a trillion times before, right? So.
Well, it should be interesting. I am curious to see the review. Now, this one, you probably have heard of it. You may have even been a part of it. It's a true story, Dumb Money.
Dumb Money. I'm looking forward to this. I think you are too.
Me too, I am.
You probably remember, news story, 2021, right? Early 2021. So we're in the midst still of the pandemic, and this was kind of front page news for many weeks. This was all about GameStop. This was like a small video game retailer whose stock was not selling very well, and they had a bunch of folks on Wall Street basically shorting the stock, betting against its success. They were making a lot of money off this, and then this young YouTuber had a few thousand followers, got online and said, you know what we should do, folks? We should just buy as much GameStop stock as humanly possible, hike up the sales, and make all the money that these people on Wall Street are making. And us, the little guy, doesn't make anything. These people went on to become millionaires, and people on Wall Street wound up losing millions of dollars. And so it's kind of the story of how that took place. It'll be kind of like The Big Short in many ways. Great cast, though. It has Paul Dano. It has Seth Rogen. It has Vincent D'Onofrio and America Ferrera and, oh gosh, who else is in this? Pete Davidson. Almost forgot about Pete.
Yeah.
Pete's in it. It's got a crazy cast. It's a true story. It's told through a comedic vein. It's by a director named Craig Gillespie, who directed a Tonya Harding movie a few years ago that was strangely funny. It should be a lot of fun. You're looking forward to this.
I very much so. I think I'm going to laugh. There were some funny scenes, at least like in the previews. No, it looks good. And the fact that, I've known people on both sides, and I know that you know, Tristan has been a part of it. It's just cool that we can relate something that is so relatively
really
new.
Fresh. Yeah, that's new news. Most biopics are like from 1940, this happened, etc. This is 2021, folks.
Right, and a lot of people. I think it's going to do well because that relatable content is a lot of people can relate to it.
Could be cool.
I cannot wait for the review on that one either.
All right.
Well, Mike, appreciate you coming and hanging out with us today. Of course, let's go over what Mike and I kind of discussed a little bit. So we have a Hunting in Venice, fantastic movie, by the way. The Expendables and Dumb Money. They are out today. You can read Mike's movie reviews online at rcreader.com. And for more information on today's movies, you can head over to our quadcities.com.